Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hey, this is Susie Meadows, and it is Monday, March 1st. This is the weekly Facebook Live, and hope you guys are doing good. I can see my glasses are a little bit, got a little bit of fingerprints on them. I'm going to need to be able to see some things today. So as you come on, please tell me where you're from. I'm going to hop on my iPad and see if it's broadcasting. It looks like we are. Good. So, yep. How you guys doing? It sure feels like spring here. It's not, but it feels like spring. So I'm going to, looking at my iPad here, seeing if we can get things going there. Yep. Okay, good. Good. Excellent. So it is Monday, March 1st. I cannot believe it's March 1st. I tell you, this winter has just flown. Actually, it's about 40 degrees outside, but it's sunny, which is a nice thing. We had rain over the weekend, and so it melted most of our snowdrifts. So that's good. But anyway, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get going. I'm Susie Meadows. I'm a demonstrator here, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Indiana, in the central Indiana. And I've been crafting forever. But as you guys, those that are local, you know, the reason I started doing Facebook Lives is because we couldn't get together face to face. But I am so excited. Starting here in March, we're going to put a couple small groups together at the library. So if you're local, at the Lebanon Library, March 11th is our first session, and March 25th is the second. They're going to be really small groups, and everybody has their own table. And of course, being in the library, you'll be wearing your masks and things like that. So I'm going to just limit it to maybe like 6 folks at the most, because that way everybody can have their own table. So, but anyway, so if you're local, I hope you consider coming, and if you can't, that's okay. I am going to continue the Monday night Facebook Lives at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, and you know this is live when you see the red button up there. Hey, Amy, I'm glad you joined me. When you see the red box that says live, that tells you you're live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay, which is wonderful. That's one of the really nice things about Facebook is that folks can watch the replay at their convenience. And then I also save this onto my YouTube channel. And so, because I know not everybody's on Facebook. Hey, Maria, glad you're joining us. So, as you come on, if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment, I'm curious, where are you from, you know? And is it spring your way, or is it still nasty winter? So, but I can't believe it's March. The time has flown, and celebration is over. Boo-hoo. I tell you, it was fun, though. I really enjoyed celebration. I don't know if you guys did. You know, I did the last weekend, I did the top 5 of the goodies that I was sad to see to go. But that's okay. We'll have another celebration here in, I believe it's July. So, but it is spring, so this is a wonderful time for us to be working, creating with this bundle, which is going to be the butterflies. So, oh, good. Well, yes, just listen, Marie, while you're driving. Don't try to do anything. I want to keep you safe. So, yes, so I think I'm going to go ahead and turn us down at the work table. And you know, I always do easy to elaborate. So I'll do an easy project, and then we'll bump it up to elaborate. So let me go ahead and turn this down. So, you know, there's always a moment of not seeing things because I need to move things because I want to tweak my camera just a little bit so you get the best view possible. There we go. Yep. I think we're doing better. Oh, I think we need to go right there. So good. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to move my iPad, get it off my workspace. Can you see that pretty paper there? Isn't that gorgeous? And this is part of the butterfly bouquet. And this is just one side. There's 6 by 6. And they just look like spring. I've had so much fun playing with them. Hey, Susan, glad you're joining me. So this is one side. So let me see if I can flip this over. And this is the second side. So there you go. Aren't those pretty? I think they're gorgeous. And let me see. These are, it is called the Butterfly Bijou. Tell me I may be misspelling that. I may be mispronouncing it, but it's 6x6, and you can see the pretty colors. It's got Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking to see how many pieces. 48 pieces. So there you go. And like I said, they're double-sided, so gorgeous stuff. So that's the paper. I tell you, this is what really caught my eye. Let me flip it to the other side, because this is what caught my eye. And, yep. So let me flip that there. Okay, but then here's the stamp set. Woohoo! And when you look at it, look, it's one huge stamp. And, yeah. And so you can stamp them all. And then you can, so this would be great for a background of a card. Or we have these dies. And there's, how many of them? There's several of those. Don't remember off the top of my head. There's a number someplace, and I'm just not seeing it. 12 dies. This is the neatest one for your cut and emboss machine. Look at this. When you can lay that right there and cut all of those out at one time, which is wonderful. So you get, I went ahead and cut some out because, you know, when I use my cut and emboss on this table, it shakes your world. It shakes the camera and everything. So you get all these pieces in one cut, which is so cool. And we're going to use some of these. So now you can use this stamp set and ink it up and cut them all out at one time. So here I used Pretty Peacock. And so one stamp, and I've used a few of these, so that's why there's only a few of them here. But that was Pretty Peacock, so those, gorgeous. So let's see what else we've got. Oh, there is one other thing. There is this Natural Touch specialty paper. You get 2 sheets. It's only $5 for 2 sheets. It's thin. I was expecting it thick, but it's really thin, and I don't know if you can see the texture in it, but you think it's a piece of wood. Isn't that cool? And here's the other side. Now, I didn't get a chance to play with this, but I want to, so I will be. Now, one thing to think about is this whole bundle is early release for the annual catalog that's coming up in May. This stamp set and dies are going to be in that. Oh, I didn't show you these other dies. Here, we'll flip real quick here. But these dies and the stamp set is going to be in the next annual catalog. However, the paper is not. So if you want to get your hands on this paper, whether it's this pretty stuff, this Natural Touch, or these pretty designer series paper, either one of these are only, you can only get these this month and next month, and it starts tomorrow. So starting tomorrow, you can get these. So you might just think about that. So now if you want the whole bundle, it's $71, and that's everything, the papers, the dies, and the stamps. So, okay, let me get stuff moved over because we're going to start creating. So let's go. Like I said, you know, I always start, I need to put my die up because I've not lost a die yet, and I don't want to, but I'm trying to be very careful by putting them back up when I'm not using them. So come on, go back in here, buddy. Okay, there we go. So we're going to get these out of the way here. And let me get my easy project. Oh, here we go. I have got a piece. Now, you know, I like starting with easy projects because I realize not everybody has everything. I see my camera's moving again. Let's tighten it just a smidgen more. Here we go. There we go. See if that will work. So I realize not everybody has everything. Like I've been crafting forever. So this is just a white card base, and this is some of that pretty designer series paper. And I've just cut a panel down so it just fits over, which for me, that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I've got just a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp that. And I don't know if you've seen this stamp set, His Love. Hey, Donna, I'm glad you joined us. Woohoo! So, sorry, I keep moving the camera. It keeps going down on me. Maybe I need to go here. Oh, it says rotate my phone. I'm not trying to. There we go. Sorry, I touched a button and I shouldn't have. Okay, I'll leave it alone now. This stamp set, I really like this, and I've made several cards with it, but we're going to use Rejoice and Be Glad. I think that fits really, really well in here. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue. You know, I like to use that, the white or the green cap glue. It's liquid, and I just move it quickly because you don't need as much as, you know, like the Elmers in school. You don't need as much. You just need enough to make it sticky, but I like it because it gives me wiggle room. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to stamp, and I'm going to use black ink because, like I said, you know, this is for an easy project. And I realize not, you know, as a person just starting out, they may have some cardstock. They may have maybe maybe a black ink pad and maybe a block. And so that's why I like to always start with a project that is very easy. And then we will bump it up to something that's more elaborate. So I best close up my ink because otherwise, you know me, I can oh, and see this other piece, this was just this piece here. Actually, it was up here. I am going to put that on the inside. So make sure it fits. Yep, it does. And I'm also letting my ink dry. It just takes a moment to dry, but I've also been impatient before and stuck my finger on that ink and then had to turn the paper over and start again. So there we go. Pretty. Okay. Now, once again, I'm not even going to bump this up as in with dimensionals because realizing a new stamper isn't going to have that. So I'm going to put that right here in the middle. Excellent. There we go. Okay, and I've got to move this up because it's sinking, I see. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Okay, so that was our easy project. Oh, I got some glue on me there. Okay, that's our easy one. Now, we're ready for an elaborate. And this one's actually going to take a little bit of time. So I got a whole tray full of everything that I'm going to be using here. So we will get that stamp set out of the way. Okay. If you guys have been stamping with me a while, you know I like Paper Pumpkin. You know, that's that monthly kit that comes to your mailbox. Well, over the weekend, I did several videos, and one of them was I like making alternative projects, and these are two of the projects I made. And in one of the videos, I showed how to use a mask or a stencil to make this background. This one was done with ink, and this one was done with embossing paste. Well, and the reason I want to get you guys started on this is because the next kit is going to give us 4 free stencils. We're going to get these 4 stencils and a sponge. And so I want to start getting you thinking about how you might use some of these stencils. And if you're interested in this Paper Pumpkin, you know, you got to get it by the 10th or because that's when that's the deadline, and then they move on. So keep that in mind. But so on that video, I showed you how to do both of those. And I'll see if I can link that in the description down here. But otherwise, you can find it. Hey, Bonnie, glad you're joining us. You can find it just by Googling Crafting with Susie on YouTube, and it will come up. So here's the mask we're going to use. Let me get everything around here. I've got a lot of stuff. These are the basic decorative masks that's in the annual catalog, and there's 4 of them in there. And I think I'll just show you really quick. Here I've used ink just to show you. One of them is a tree background. You've got that pretty thing, and then you've got that one. So, and then the dots, and we're going to use the dots this time. So I have to get some stuff around. First of all, we're just going to do a small piece. This is the silicone mat. I see it's picked up a few things here. Clean it up just a little bit. I am going to use a piece of Just Jade. I'm using a silicone mat because nothing sticks to the silicone, whether it's glue or it is glue or embossing paste or ink. It all comes off, and I'm trying to figure out where to place it. I'm going to place it right there. Well, I like using just some plain old Scotch tape to keep it there because I hate getting halfway through and then I knocked it and it's went crooked and stuff like that. So I'm going to use the shimmery white embossing paste. I keep that in my plastic bag because I don't want it to dry out. I think I've had this for 2, if not 3 years. So, and we just take it off, and here, I keep even the foil. I keep a little bit of saran wrap in there, just thinking, maybe you'll keep it dry a little bit longer. And this is the palette knife. We've got those. So we'll just get this paste out, and I don't know, can you see the little bit of shine? It's got some greenish glitter. So, but anyway, it's really not, it's just glitter. So, and the reason I'm doing this first is because I want it to dry. It doesn't take very long at all. In fact, I'll show you how long it takes. There we go. I think that's all we need for this one. I like pushing it all back down towards the bottom. Yep, that is good. Okay, and I just picked it up. Imagine that. There we go. Okay, put my saran wrap back in there because I want to, keep it good for the next go around. Put my foil back on it. There we go. Close it up. Put it in my bag. There we go. Okay. And truly, close it up is what I'm going to do. Okay. Let me see. We just need to take this. We'll peel it off here. Stay there. There we go. How is that? Woohoo! Isn't that cool? Now, I'm just laying this mask, since I can't clean it right away. I'm just laying it. I brought a little bit of paper towel that's moist, and I am just laying that right on top of it. If you're wondering where Susie went, she's out of the camera. She's making it so it's going to be easy to clean because this dries very quickly. So, and we're going to set this to the side. We're going to put this over here. I see my camera has went down again. Oh, well, 'tis life. Yep, 'tis life. So, okay, let's get going here. I am going to use, I don't know if you have this, the sweet ice cream. It actually comes with a punch. And I have not had a chance to play with it yet, but I wanted to use this sentiment and these sprinkles. So, we're going to use that. And gang, here, I didn't tell you what this is, but this is how you can reach me. If you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to help you out there. So, and we're going to use Bermuda Bay. And I've got everything at the opposite corner. Okay. Here we go. Get our pieces and parts. Once again, I've got a white card base. I like using white, and this is the thick white. This is part of that designer series paper. I just thought that was really pretty. So we are going to, first of all, I want to dry fit. This is going to go across the middle. Yep. Okay. In fact, here, let's see. How is this piece doing? It's still a little goopy, but that's okay. By the time we're done, it will be ready to use. But in case, I've got a piece from earlier. So, I'm going to lift this up a little bit more, the camera up a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Sorry for moving the camera so much, but okay. So this is going to go here. And, but I don't want I could go with the butterflies, but I want to go with this. I think that's gorgeous. We're going to go with that. We're going to go like that. And we're going to go like here. So, and I want to use, like I said, we're going to use thank you. So let's go ahead and we're going to use Bermuda Bay. And this does not, it's a photopolymer, so it doesn't have any cushion behind it. So I like bringing in a mat. And we're going to ink this up. Yep, looks good. And I want this over here on this side, straight down. Let the ink transfer. Excellent. Okay, now let's start putting this together. And I've got, I wanted to use this. Well, I don't want to use it full strength. So I'm coming off here to the side. And I'm going to go right there. I need to move this up, I see, so you can see. Look at that. I just put my finger. Imagine that. That's okay. We're going to go here. And I want to do one more. So I'm doing second generation. And I think I want to go right here. There we go. I think that is good. Now, I've got to clean my finger. I've got my stipple, there we go. I know it looks nasty, but it's clean. It's my Simply Chamois. That's the best way to clean things up here. Okay, now we are going to close that ink up before I put it on my fingers again, because I could do that very easily. Okay, let's put this baby together. Now remember, this is our elaborate card. We've already done our easy card. So once again, I'm using the glue and making sure. There we go. Now I could be frugal and not put this right on my DSP, but then I'd need to cut and measure and make sure everything's how I want it. And I don't want to do that today. So that's why we are just doing it right on top of our DSP. There we go. And this one is going to go right on top. There we go. Okay, now we are ready to glue this down. Now, if I had not cut correctly, I could turn this and do some trimming, but it looks like I cut it pretty good. So that's a good thing. We're going to put this on our white base. There we go. And I like to turn it over. There we go. Just in case I had ink on my hands. I don't, but I have before. Now I've got this piece that I cut off. So I think I'm going to do the butterflies this time and put it on the inside. There we go. And, my eye goes to the purple butterflies, and so I'm going to put that so they are heading up in the air. So, okay, now, so we are ready to finish this up. I showed you where I stamped a whole bunch of my Pretty Peacock. And this is one of the other dies, and I just cut this out of Just Jade, and this is out of vellum. Okay. And I found the best way to put this on here is with, I've got to find them. I moved my table. Nope, and I don't find it. Okay, you know those little mini adhesive dots that come with your paper pumpkin? I keep those because there's mini ones. We have small glue dots, but these come with the paper pumpkin, and these are perfect for small areas. So I'm going to take my pick tool, and I'm just going to put, really, I just need one. Okay, and get that off, and then put this right on top. There we go. Took it away, didn't I? Okay. And I like bending them just a little bit, just with my fingers, maneuver them, because I thought that would look really cool right there. So, put a little bit of glue on the back. And I think I want you right, no, I think I want you right there. I moved you up a little bit. There we go. Now, this big guy, right now, he's flat. Look how straight he is. Well, I got to do something about that. So I just take my pick tool, and I just bend it a little bit. And I want it bent in the middle to go up. Okay, do some wiggling. And while I'm doing is just giving it a little bit of, I think I want you to go just like that. Okay, so a little bit of glue here. And we're going to put you down right there. There we go. I'm liking it. I don't know about you guys. Now, one of these things on butterflies, I don't know about you, but when I see butterflies, they are always sparkly. So I've got my Wink of Stella. And I'm making sure I've got some in here. And I am just putting a little bit of Wink of Stella on this guy. Okay. I think this is starting to come out. Oh, there it's coming now. Now, I stamped this a while ago, but you see how that ink is moving? This Wink of Stella is alcohol, so that's why this, if the ink, it moves just a little bit. So just keep that in mind. If you want to keep really good definition, don't use Wink of Stella because it's going to smear it a little bit. But I like what that does. And then I always make sure if I had any, I don't want to carry any over. Okay, I think that's, now I think we may need a third one. So here's some of the others I cut out. I've got a pool party. Nope, and that's too big for me. Here I've got a little dude out of Just Jade. Oh, but he's going to blend in. Well, what about a vellum? Yes, I want a vellum individual. A vellum butterfly, whatever you call it here. So once again, I'm going to use one of these mini glue dots. And where do I want this? I could put it up here. Nope. I really wanted him down here. So I'm going to put him right there. There we go. Get that out of the way. Get the release off. You can go bye-bye now. Okay. And I'm going to move him a little bit. Okay. Get him moving just a little bit here. And I want him right there. And I'm just going to put it straight down right there. Okay. So that's our elaborate card. But gang, I think we need some bling. I don't know about you, but I think we need some bling. So I've got options. Okay. We've got our rhinestones. Pardon me, got to get a drink here. So we've got our rhinestones. We have our artistry adhesive blooms. Oh, now see, that one's really pretty. So that's, we don't want these other colors. I've got these things that look like raindrops. So that's, I don't want to take away from that. And then we have these holiday rhinestones. I thought that light color might work. I'm sort of thinking that right there. So, and I just happen to have one on my finger. That's got stuck on my finger. So, I don't know. What would happen if we put one right there? Oh, I'm liking that one. You like artistry? Yeah, yep. I'm with you. I think that's the way I'm going to go too. Because any of these others would have worked, but I think that artistry, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's looking pretty. So, I think I want a bigger one. Well, Bonnie, I'm glad you came in. Make sure you watch the replay. And you can get all the scoop. I'm going to actually use these like their bodies. I sort of like that. But I want another. I don't know that I want one there, but I do want, what do I want? A big one or a little? I don't know. What would this do? Put one here. Because they say do it in triangles. And I think I am. I'm just going to put you right here. It's a random place, but it gives some pretty bling. I like that. Ooh, I like these. Hot diggity dog. Okay. Good. So let me get these things out of the way because I have some others to show you. Oh, and I wanted to show you that this, I think, yes, it is dry. So, I think maybe 10 minutes and it's dry. So, but I will keep this because I may, I'm probably just do another card. So, so there's that. There's that one. Now, let me show you some of these other goodies that I made. Remember, this is our, I see we're going down again. There we go. Okay. This was our easy, and this is our elaborate. So, let me get some of these others I've got back here. Okay. Let me see. Where do we start? Well, what I consider I think when I look at all these others, they're elaborate now that I look at them. But here is how you can make an easy. And I think it's just gorgeous, just with the stamp, the paper, and the ink. So keep that in mind. We don't always have to go totally elaborate. But staying with the mask, here's one that I did earlier. Oh, thank you, Marie. I appreciate those. This is the mask. Once again, the dots. And here, you see these little things? That's actually one of the dies. Let me go over here and find it. It is actually this guy right here. And I think what it does, it makes you think the butterfly is moving. So that's what on the black, I ran that through. And so that's where we got that. And once again, this is some of the vellum. This is one that's out of the designer series paper. So actually, this is probably elaborate, but yet it was an easy card to make elaborate. So there you go. So another stencil, staying with the stencil or the mask, because like I said, I want to get you guys ready for the next paper pumpkin. And here's one that I did. This is one of the other masks, and here I actually added bumblebee ink into the embossing paste, and so that's where. And this is just out of the paper once again, and just a little note, and I've just layered it. So that's another one there. Let's scoot these over just a little bit. There we go. Now, this is really my go-to layout. Two panels, a top, a bottom, and a middle. And but this is the same designer series paper. This is one side, and this is the other. And this is an embossing folder. It is the 10 tile. And I thought that the circles went very well with the circles down here. And just a little note, that stamp set is, what is it? Lots of Heart Sentiment. I love that stamp set. And that's one of my pretty peacocks, and I just put some vellum on top. So that was another elaborate. And this one is actually started to be easy because here's just my paper, but I did have a label, and I did color. This was white ribbon, and I colored this dark coral with the blends, and I added Wink of Stella to that, and I cut this out with the die. I think that is, what is it? Word of Wishes? Well-written dies. So that was one, but it started out as an easy. I just bumped it up to an elaborate. Imagine that. And I think this is probably one of my favorites, and I consider it really easy, as in these I cut just one time through the cut and emboss machine, and I cut these out of the designer series paper. This here is vellum that I ran through with the brick and mortar embossing folder. And I just stamped this once again from that one stamp set that I really like, His Love. And there we go. So these are our cards. So if you got any questions, please put it down in the comments. I will come back after, here in a little bit, come back and check, see if there's any comments or questions. But I appreciate you joining me, and share this if you've got some crafty friends that might enjoy crafting with us. And I will see you next week, which is March 8th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, if you're local, we get to get face-to-face at the Lebanon Library, just a small group of us. So that's February, nope. That's March 11th and March 25th. So thanks so much, gang. It's been great chatting with you over Facebook, and hope you're doing well. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.